going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are outside, not in the shop, and I have a dead 99 F550. I'm going to show you guys what I found and what you should look for if you have a no start. Alright guys, let's check this out. Alright guys, thanks so much for coming back and checking me out today. This was one that I kind of wanted to show you guys what was up because I get a lot of questions about 7.3s and a lot of people like the 7.3 content that I have up on the playlists for you guys to check out. This particular one has 107,000 miles on it. It is a 99. Although it is dusty, it's really not in that bad a shape. The underside doesn't look that bad for being a Rust Belt truck, but it came in for a crank no start. Now, in the very beginning of my diag, first thing you do is we're going to pull codes, check for anything obvious, check the oil level, and check to hear if the fuel pump running. Now, I did hear the fuel pump running, and I was getting no DTCs. However, when I started checking all my sensor data, making sure my injection pressure was being met while cranking, it was, and I was getting like 1500 psi, and I could hear that audible noise change, that cackle noise, come from the injectors when they electronically turn on. And the truck's like, give me fuel, give me fuel, give me fuel. Where is it? It's not here because we have a problem. And I wanted to show you guys exactly what I had on this truck. So when we went out to it, the first thing I looked at was obviously the oil, and the fuel filter I can't look at until I take the cover off. And once I got the cap off, the fuel bowl is what drew my attention as to possibly why this thing was not starting. Now, one of the questions I asked myself in the very beginning was, you know, did I hear the fuel pump coming on? And it did. I did not check fuel pressure, but I want to show you guys. I'm going to switch over to the GoPro and I'm going to show you guys what the fuel bowl was doing, even though the fuel pump was working. I don't know how much PSI it's building. I did not hook the gauge up to it, but if it's not filling up that, it's not adequate to run this engine. So let's see what it looks like when I turn the key on. All right, we got the GoPro hooked up. Let's go over here and turn the key on. Are you guys seeing that? You guys see that? Fuel pumps just aerating, barely doing jack diddly. So that is what's going on with this truck, and the repair for that is going to be replacing this fuel pump. Currently, right now, in the middle of June of 2021, this part is on back order, but we were able to find one. Your Motorcraft part number is that. This is going to be for all your 99 to 2003 7.3s, and the aftermarkets just offer just the pump, not the bracket. I've had these spin being rusted in the frame, and trying to take the nut loose you know, is subsequently ruining that little cage nut on here that holds it. But I'm hoping that's not going to happen to us today. I am going to show you guys how to remove and replace your low pressure fuel pump on your 7.3 Powerstroke. So without further ado, we're going to get underneath the vehicle and get this rolling. All right guys, we are under the truck, and we're going to need to get a few things to remove this pump. We're going to need a pocket screwdriver to get this clip out. Additionally, we're going to need a quick release tool to take that fuel line off of this pump. We have an electrical connector, which is right up here. You guys can see. I'm going to disconnect that. Little 2-wire connector. Again, I'm going to use this pocket screwdriver to depress this tab because it definitely got some dirt and dust in it. So we got that. We have a tether right here that we are going to take out of that harness. We're going to get a new one on the new pump, or it has a new one rather. And then that's going to leave our electrical connector just kind of dangling here. We don't really need to deal with this. It also looks like somebody's replaced this pump with not an OE one, just like I was showing you guys how they come just the actual pump. So I'm going to get the special tool to disconnect this fuel line. Don't forget your pan to collect any fuel you are going to drip. I'm gonna get this line out, get this harness out of my way so it's not hitting me in the head. And yeah, let's get this thing out of here. All right, I'm back. I have this tool that I'm gonna use to remove the front line. I'm gonna go ahead and just slip it between the line and the actual disconnect fitting. You're gonna feel the tool go in, give it a twist, make sure you're fully seated, and then just give the fuel line a little twist. And I think I got it loose. Yep, fuel's gonna start leaking right meow. And I guess since we got that leaking, we have this disconnected. I guess let me just get this back out of here. Guess you're gonna come down. Go ahead and pop this white clip out. I have new white clips. It's okay to go ahead and bust them. I guess just be careful not to bust the line, because that might be a problem for you if you are not able to get another line. But this little plastic guy usually breaks all the time. I remember doing fuel repairs to vehicles that had these things back in the day, and yeah, there's that little tab right there. Rotate the line and depress this little tab, or bust the tab off. There it is. Let's see if I can just pop that tab off. Okay, I think I busted it off. So this line should come off now, or the clip rather should come out. Come on. Okay, clip is off, and I can slide those lines off. But before I do that, on the outside, you guys can see that somebody, when they went to replace this, the bolts or the nuts spun, just like what I was telling you guys. So I'm actually gonna have to fight with this to remove this. So whatever you got to do to keep from these nuts or these studs from spinning to get the nuts off, you'll have to figure that out. But let me try to figure this out and see if I can get just the pump out and then go back and attack this. So all right, see you in a sec. All right, I guess the Powerstroke gods were watching out for me, because I don't know what happened. They came right off. So whoever was in here totally did not do what they were supposed to do. Back to the point of why we're underneath here on our backs. This is needing to be replaced, and the last thing we're gonna have to do before we get doused with diesel fuel is we're gonna have to pop the brake line out of this little holder. And again, you can use a pocket screwdriver. You can bend the tab, because we are going to get a new one. This is all going to be replaced with the new fuel pump. So like I said, before you get fuel and stuff all over you, let's get all of the lines off and that stuff, so we're not taking a bath. You know what I mean? There we go. Finally got it out. Okay, we're gonna pull these lines off, collecting as much fuel as we can, because I don't want to take a bath in this. Oh, okay, that line doesn't have a lot coming out, but here is the fuel pump. You guys can see right here, that is what somebody replaced, and here are the things that were spinning. These were just loose in here, so I don't know what the dilly was, but somebody didn't tighten these. So whatever, we're gonna go ahead and let's get the new one in. All right, here's the new one, looking in all of its splendor. Orientate this bad boy like this. It's gonna go in the same holes that it came out of. And I'm gonna slip this black line on first. Now, it only goes on one way. The electrical connections over here have to be facing forward. And this line just clips on like that. Make sure to lock the, I don't know, security tab, but you know, the retaining tab so that the fuel line doesn't pop off. And then in that box of the fuel pump, you're gonna get 3 new lock washers, and which are gonna go on here like so. I'm just using my electric impact ratchet to install these. No big deal. Just snugging them up. I'm not going crazy. They're not lug nuts. But if you guys remember, before you get too crazy, make sure to put your brake lines back in. Ow, that hurt my thumb. That one's in. And let's tighten it using the electric ratchet. Okay. The fuel pump is tight. We need to orientate this trim clip into the harness hole. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and plug Z connector in right here. And did I hear it click? I did now. All right, I need to go in. I don't have any on my cart right now that I have outside, but I need to replace this white clip because it is destroyed. Let me run back in and grab the clip. Got the clip. I don't know what the part number is for these clips. If anybody knows, in the comment section, let us know. I just have so many from doing fuel filters back in the day. I just kept them all and tried to reuse as many as I could. And luckily I have one for this scenario. Don't worry about the mess. I'm gonna get some brake clean and spray it off, but let's go back underneath the hood and see what the fuel bowl looks like with this new fuel pump. All right, underneath the hood. Okay, we're gonna turn the key on. The fuel pump is installed, new pump. And here we go. Check it out. You guys saw what the old one did, and it did absolutely nothing. And the next step we're gonna do is replace this fuel filter. You guys can see that that filter was really nasty. I'm gonna throw this in real quick, and then we are gonna start it. All right, let's do it. Fuel filter's in. Like I said, it's been sitting for quite some time because we've been waiting on back ordered parts. Chan Man, you know what I'm talking about. I hope you like it. This is the only one I use. Fuel filter in. We're live. Finally having the correct fuel pump in here. I know the fuel filter is fully primed. The bowl is full. And we are gonna start cranking right now. That's what's up. That's what we're talking about. Coming in, not starting, leaving, and it's running. Thanks so much for watching. Tell me if you guys have ever had to replace your frame-mounted fuel pump on your 7.3 for not starting. And if you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. Share this in your guys' Facebook group. I want to keep these things rolling down the road. And something as easy as the fuel pump, hey, it's a no-brainer. I want to make sure you guys got it. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, sub, share, and I'll catch you guys all next time. See you.